Yep, I'm Dr. Peter Brown from CSIRO in Canberra. I guess the key point is that through much of Victoria into southern New South Wales and even into some areas of South Australia, numbers are higher than what we'd normally expect at this time of year. Our trapping or monitoring in September last year indicated that numbers were high, and we ran the models and it looked like there was a moderate chance of an outbreak leading into sowing this year in 2018. So our message at the moment is be aware of what the situation is in paddocks at the moment, and if you think there is a problem, try and act on it as best you can, essentially to remove food as best you can, remove cover, and whether it's possible to remove the burrows or nesting sites of mice is another question, but try and manage it prior to sowing so it's not a surprise at sowing. Well, it's largely the high quality food that mice need to maintain breeding. So grain is probably the main one. So whatever's spilt on the ground after harvest, that's what the mice are tucking into. They eat all sorts of other things too, but it's really the grain that keeps them going and keeps the population high. If there's a lot of food on the ground and if farmers are baiting, then the mouse has to make a choice between what's readily available and what's a new food source. Mice are neophilic, they like to explore new food types and things, but if there's lots of other food, the chances of them coming across or eating a bait is much reduced. So you want to get rid of that food source so that what they find is bait, and then have that being as effective as possible. So reduce food, reduce cover if possible, whether you're burning, if it's part of the system you have, or whether you can just roll a stubble or prickle chain it or something. Just remove that cover, and that increases the predation risk on mice, and they're going to try and seek somewhere else where there's more cover and food and things like that. So there's some of the key strategies. Zincphosphide bait is probably one of the key strategies that growers have. But you have to be a little bit careful about how you use it. You don't want to keep repeating applications all the time because it's not going to work. We advise a 4 to 6 week window in between bait applications, because if you get a sublethal dose at one point, you're not going to try it again for a while. So that's why we're saying 4 to 6 weeks. And that's enough time for a new generation of mice to come through, or the old mice to sort of forget about it. So either go, if you think you've got a high number of mice in your fields, go about 4 to 6 weeks before sowing, with combination of those other actions to get rid of food and cover. And then our suggestion is at sowing, bait straight away after sowing, within 24, 48 hours. Because that little bit of action of, even though it's zero till or no till, that little bit of soil disturbance makes the mice active, and they'll come out and hopefully find the bait and not the seed that's just been planted. So we think that's probably the best time to do the baiting at sowing is straight after the seed has gone through.
Okay.